Hello, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. So, was scrolling through my phone today through the TikToks and the UE tubes and stuff. Yeah, I know, I say stuff like that because it makes grown men cringe. I also refer to the latrine as the little air defender's room because it makes grown men cringe. And well, I got a notification that the new JAGM missile is officially cleared for mass production. And I have no idea what a JAGM is, so let's go ahead and look at it. So this is the article that popped up. Lockheed Martin has announced that the Joint Air-to-Ground Missile System JAGM is ready for full-rate production, according to a press release by the company. The decision has been approved by the U.S. Army. Now Lockheed Martin will be able to produce the JAGM system in higher quantities for the consumer without restrictions. Okay, what is a JAGM? We're not familiar. We're also going to use this as an opportunity for me to find out exactly what kind of puns YouTube will let me get away with. So let's find out. The AGM-179 JAGM, Joint Air-to-Ground Missile, is an American military program developed for an to develop an air-to-surface missile to replace the current air-launched BGM-71 TOW, the TOW missile, which has seen use in like every Middle Eastern country. The AGM-114 Hellfire, which is just, it's a beautiful weapon system. The Hellfire is just, it's so good at what it does. And the AGM-65 Maverick, which I know nothing about. I'm going to be totally honest with you. What's significant there is, I don't think people understand exactly how many platforms currently have Hellfires and Mavericks and these other things on them. So I was like, well, what kind of platforms is this thing going to be designed for? It's going to go on the AH-64 Apache, the MQ-1 Charlie Gray Eagle, the MH-60RS Seahawk, the MH-60 Blackhawk Defense Arm Penetrator, the DAP version, which is beautiful if you've never seen one of those things, the AH-1Z Viper for the Marine Corps, the OH-58F Kiowa, which I don't think the U.S. uses anymore, so this is definitely going to other countries. The AH-6 Little Bird, the MQ-9 Reaper, the Lockheed Martin F-35 Lightning II, and the Mark 41 Vertical Launching System through, I don't even know what that is. What is a Mark 41 Vertical Launching System? Is that a ground launch system? Oh wait, no, that's the one on the boats. That's the boat one. So this bitch is going to be flying off of planes, trains, and automobiles. Now, given that it is a new weapon system, there's not really a whole lot of information to find out about this thing. It's hard to find information on new weapon systems. I ran into this problem when I ran into the B-21 Raider, and now I'm running into this, but I want to be very clear that if it is replacing something that we know is good, it's going to be better. Wow, that was dangerous. We should roll it back a little bit, said no defense contractor for the United States ever. So if it's replacing the Hellfire, we need to do a side-by-side comparison of it versus the Hellfire. And here's what we got. The downside is there's not a whole lot of information about the JAGM. So mass, 100 to 108 pounds for the Hellfire. It's 108 pounds for the JAGM. Length is 70 inches. The length on the Hellfire is 64 inches. A younger, longer model. God, bane of my existence. They're both 7 inches in diameter. They're both down with the thickness. And then that's about all you get about the JAGM, other than its operational range is 5 miles, and the operational range of the Hellfire is up to 11 kilometers. Wait, wouldn't that mean that the Hellfire can shoot further? Well, historically speaking, the United States in general always undershoots their capability. But, now I get it, there's some differences in engagement ranges there, but there's also some significant differences in the weapon capability itself. Most of which, actually all of which, we don't know jack shit about right now. But I do want to point out that on the 16th of November 2022, as you'll see, this side, that's where I'm going to put it. I haven't done it yet, but you guys will see it right there. Anyways, it's there now. So, on 16 November 2022, Lockheed Martin flight tested the JAGM medium range. The medium range, which traveled 16 kilometers. That's further than the Hellfire can reach. Hellfire was 11, this is 16. But that's the medium range. It also incorporates a tri-mode seeker, adding an imaging sensor, which was originally a requirement for the missile, but was dropped due to cost factors. It was added back in. So tri-mode seeker, that tells me that this thing can do thermal, this thing can do laser, this thing can do optical. This is what you get when you locate the country that answered the question, you know what, that guy is way over there, but I'd like to stab him. Introducing the Hellfire R9X missile. In case you're unfamiliar with this, the United States definitely dealt with a problem in the Middle East with very limited collateral damage by putting knives on a missile. And they stabbed a guy at Mach 1.8. The United States will stab you on the far side of the planet at Mach 1.8. God, I love this country. The United States of America. Always imitated, never recreated. Like, I've never made a video about the Hellfire R9X missile, but I would have paid to be in that research and development meeting. Like, you got one guy on one side, and he's like, how are we going to deal with this? Like, we have some missiles that can hit him, but that's going to cause a whole lot of collateral damage. And one guy just like, out of nowhere goes, knife missile? And suddenly everybody was cool with it. They're like, knife missile. I like that. Knife missile. Remember, folks, the pen is mightier than the sword, unless the sword is screaming at you at Mach 1.8. The United States of America, where our munitions have a higher IQ than the enemy does. Alright, I guess that about wraps it up. Don't forget to subscribe, and then turn on notifications so you know when I go live and I post new content here on YouTube. As always, do not give in to the 22 a day. Every single one of you are amazing, and I will see you guys right here next time.